So, as far as regulating and moderating my pain through the use of metaphor, it is to bring a state of pleasure where I'm joyfully participating with life. And the metaphors that come up are unique to my own circumstance, unique to my own imagination. And there's a storehouse that I can add to and build on. I can read other authors, I can see other stories on television or the movies, and I can add to my imagination this way. However, I'm a person that differentiates between a copy, meaning using someone else's rendition, and actually discovering my own. And I think out of necessity a great many people use other people's renditions, and they regurgitate and they recycle certain motifs for their own getting by, just getting by. But I find for myself that I have this deep need, there's something inside of me that calls to me to have my own genuine rendition of the myth that works best for me, and brings me a state of pleasure, of joyful participation in whatever's presented to me in time. This whole line of thought is very interesting to me, especially the seeking of pleasure, pleasure seekers, and how we can separate ourselves from what's actually going on and not be able, because we're unable to integrate, for instance, the pain of certain circumstances. So we invent our own rendition of why certain circumstances occur. And this can really separate ourselves from reality. It can be very easy to blame others for bad things happening to us. And in my circumstance, everything was turned back inward on me. All the fingers were pointing at me. And so I had to take responsibility for my own actions in response to what was going on. But I realized that it just stopped right there at judgment. The judgment of good and bad was as far as it went, and there was no real understanding as to why the good and why the bad was experienced. And that's what I mean by this personal myth, my own myth coming up. My own myth gives this deeper understanding as to why I experience the good and why I experience the bad. And for me, I have had such deep realizations as to understanding why, that I find with others, when I'm relating to them, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that deeper realization, rather than just stopping on the surface as to this is right and this is wrong. Understanding that sometimes, in order to develop a high state of conditioning, a heightened tension, we need to experience the very difficult and the exceedingly pleasurable, over the top, to create our own high form of condition.